Yo, what's up, YouTube? This is your boy Alex. Today is Saturday, and you already know what it is. Four basketballs predicting the Western Conference and the NBA playoffs. And then I have a small little treat for you guys who like UFC, that like mixed martial arts. I also did say that in a week I was going to make a new series on my sports channels, and it was going to be the first season of mixed martial arts, taking the fighters from the 90s versus the fighters from the 2000s, the legends and icons, of mixed martial arts. It'll be just like boxing. So basically, that's how that goes. All right, today is going to be my prediction for the Los Angeles Lakers, the team that won the best record in the West, versus the team that just won the number 8 seed or will win the number 8 seed. Because I don't know why they would have a basketball game on Saturday. It's like just in the season already, so they can get 2 days of rest and start the playoffs on August 17th. Like, there's no purpose for a basketball game on a Saturday. Like, all the teams should have already finished. Because I looked at the schedule and I'm like, why is there one more game scheduled on a Saturday? It's like, why? It's like you already have built up anticipation. And to me, August 17th is around the corner. That's like a day and a half, because today's Saturday, then it's Sunday, and then it's Monday. So it's like, why would you even schedule a game on Saturday unless that's an error that they actually put on the schedule by accident as an April's Fool? It's not April's Fool, it's August. But in case go, it's going to be the Los Angeles Lakers versus the Portland Trail Blazers. That is going to be by far the most watched, most anticipated basketball matchup by far. You're not going to see any other game that is going to be that explosive, that competitive. From start to finish, from beginning, middle, and end, you're going to see these teams battle. Like, if LeBron James wants to win his fourth NBA championship, he's just going to have to play basketball. This is where all the talking stops. This is where all the excuses stop. And this is where you got to put your game face on and get serious and play 4 quarters. You're going to have to play offense. You're going to have to play defense. LeBron James is going to have to score at least 30 to 35 points, might have to score 40 points. And this is where Dwight Howard is going to have to actually be very strong in the backcourt. This is where his numbers production is going to have to go up. It's a must. He can't no longer be comfortable and used to just getting 5 to 10 rebounds. He's probably going to have to get 15 to 20 rebounds and maybe 10 to 15 blocks, and he might have to score 10 points, maybe 15. Now, I know that may sound like a whole lot for Dwight Howard, but look who you're playing against. You're going against the Portland Trail Blazers. And Dwight Howard going to have to play in that backcourt. He's going to have to be strong in that backcourt. He's going to have to make some free throws. He's going to have to get some rebounds, some blocks. He may have to score 10 points. He have to make those free throws. Because those free throws in the playoffs, they actually count. Where they don't count in the season, the free throws, they actually count in the NBA playoffs. Okay, this is the first round. And you got a Portland team that is hungry, that's competitive, and they don't care if you ain't got no rest. Okay, this team don't care if you've been playing 3 days or 4 days and you wanna chill. This is where we find out who's serious about winning a championship. This is about who really wants to make a statement. So this game right here is going to be a statement, basically. So Anthony Davis is going to have to get physical. Anthony Davis is going to have to score his 25, 30 points. LeBron James is going to have to be the leader. Like, if you're going to be the leader, you have to step up and have the other guys follow your lead. You can't get lazy and sloppy in this basketball game. There's going to be some turnovers. There's going to be some fouls, technical fouls. It's going to get physical on offense and defense. Tensions and tempers are going to flare. And LeBron James is going to have to find some way to play through this powerful offense of the Portland Trail Blazers. Because they're going to have to attack the basket. LeBron just can't sit there and cruise the first half of the game. He's going to have to actually play. He understands that, but there are times where he does good the first 2 quarters, and then the game gets tight the second half, and then he starts to pass the ball and be a facilitator. And there's nothing wrong with being a facilitator, but there is something wrong when you're doing it and you're not scoring any points in the bucket or in the paint. So he's going to have to distribute the basketball and get the other guys involved, and he's going to have to be the one to set the tone for the rest of that game. Like J.R. Smith can find his shot. You know, you ain't got no Rondo due to injury. If he does play, Rondo can find his own shot. So LeBron doesn't have to tell those guys what to do. But he is going to have to follow the lead, get them to follow his lead, and he's going to have to follow because they're not going to take his lead if he don't play. You know, they'll be standing around like they did early in the season, like, what do I do? What do I do? And if they collapse like they did when they lost to the Indiana Pacers, if that's an indication of them collapsing on offense or defense, that's the only two ways I could see you lose game one and the series, and then you lose the best record. And you do know if you lose the best record in the Western Conference, it goes to the team that beats you. So you're a first seed playing an 8 seed. This is where you're going to have to actually show everyone why you deserve to be in that conversation. Like if you're going to chase championship number 17 and tie the Boston Celtics record, this is how you would probably do it. Portland, to me, I think Portland could upset the Lakers in game one. It's not that if it won't, but think about it. Lakers are the favorite to take the whole thing, right? Lakers are the favorite to win the NBA championship and win the West, right? Well, Portland would be becoming the underdogs. And Portland has superstars. They've got Carmelo Anthony who could drop 20, 30, 40, 50 points at any given time. So that would make me a little nervous. You got Damian Lillard who dropped 61 points on the Dallas Mavericks. And Damian Lillard looked like he might drop 41 or 45 points in this game. It don't seem like it. It don't feel like it because you're going to say it's the first game. It's game one. Why would he do that? It's Damian Lillard, okay? He wants to be a superstar. He wants his name in the conversation. He's going to show why he got this team to the playoffs. And we're going to see exactly what's going to happen when the playoffs start. If Lakers win, the score is going to be 116 to 113. If the Lakers win, it's 50-50. So I have a feeling this might be one of those basketball games where we go, oh, it's just going to be four court. No, I think either in the first game, either game two or game three of this matchup, when it gets physically intense, and it will, somewhere in there you're going to see some overtimes, okay? It don't feel like it, there's going to be some overtimes. And if the Lakers win, it ain't going to be no blowout, and it ain't going to be by no 2 points. It may be by 5, might be by 7 points. The score could be 116 to 113. Lakers should win game one. However, I have a feeling that if Portland don't take it in game one, they could upset the Lakers in game two or in game three and cause an upset. It's been known to happen in the NBA playoffs. An upset could actually happen. If Portland does do that, Portland will win 114 to 112 because it's going to be a high-scoring game. I just can't picture the game ending with the Lakers getting a score of 105 and Portland 90. This is going to be a high-scoring game. People are going to sit down and stop everything what they're doing just to watch this one matchup. So you got your idea on what I think about this matchup.